This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do. Honey yard, dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jahan, where are you?
We want this.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Cousins. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Irv Smith Jr. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Minnesota.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Cousins on first down. He's going to go for a big play down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. A toss to Cook. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Let's go, let's go.
Hey, wahoo!
3rd and goal for Cousins. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't want none. Get it. Pick up the ball.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
50, yellow.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Jim.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the red zone now, Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Cousins to throw it. And Diggs has it. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfect. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
At their own 32-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Ben Gideon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. He don't know no better.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I don't need to. Check the line.
54.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch 54.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Yellow. Arsenal 80. Attack.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Exit.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the Combine, running a 4.33 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Back's mine.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Chiefs.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On first down, Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and 2, Cousins. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Stephen Weatherly. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Easy. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Now Mahomes. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's taken it around the 40. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's complete to Diggs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and inches.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Bailey's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So a little late drama in the first half, as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, it's Williams. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Mike 55, Hey, Ridley. You get block me. You get block me.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get into football.
On 2nd down, Williams. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80.
Get in the way.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
6 yards.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Vikings.
59. Bend it. Bend it.
On first down, Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
A gain of 14.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Marshall able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Come on, let's go.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Watch 54.
Out of the pistol, it's McCoy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Banjo.
Check 50.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes, they complete it to Hill. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins now. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Cousins now from the 50. He's got Smith here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing communication.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
They'll run with Cook. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was carrying more.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Alexander Madison, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I got you. Yellow. 54. Mike 54.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You got tight right there. Hey, 57 colors.
On 1st down, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 33 yards that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Ben Gideon in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Mahomes to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Mahomes throwing on fourth. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So don't say nothing.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Minnesota, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you open it. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in.
I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, fuck the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.